The High Commissioner of Canada to Guyana, David Devine, believes the time has come for the private sector to step outside of investing in the traditional and historical economic sectors and prepare for the new and emerging ones like oil and gas. He was speaking on Monday at the launch of an oil and gas guide that will allow Guyana, through the Ministry of Natural Resources and the Environment, along with the private sector, to build the necessary capacities needed to develop the oil and gas sector. Canadian High Commissioner David Devine said the guide can be seen as a tool that will start the much-needed dialogue as Guyana prepares to exploit its hydrocarbon resources.
As you all know, the Guyana Basin, comprising the offshore acreage of Suriname, Guyana, and French Guyana, is considered by the U.S. Geological Survey to contain 15.2 billion barrels of oil potential. The area is considered the second most attractive, underexplored basin in the world. And if more discovery were to be made, targets would be estimated at 50 billion barrels per year, which would be the equivalent of 140,000 barrels per day.
Private sector chairman Ramesh Duku said there is a need for careful planning to be undertaken to ensure that an adequate number of workers are available for the oil and gas sector.
The need for education also comes to mind of the labour force. The need for education of the labour force is therefore one of the most pressing requirements, and our university will need to expand its curriculum to ensure it turns out graduates who can fill vacancies in the new sector. The fact remains that we have no current pool of skills that can service an oil and gas sector, and this is a lack that we must address at the earliest opportunity. We will also need to have a suitable legislative framework, and we are grateful to the Commonwealth for the assistance they are providing to develop such a framework.
According to Natural Resources and the Environment Minister Robert Persaud, the administration will ensure that the necessary provisions are in place to prepare the labor market for the new sector.
If we're talking about the potential and the benefits, I think also that we must ensure that our people, they too can play a part and reap directly some of those benefits. And so we will require much more support, much more collaboration in terms of building the competence in country so that we can adequately serve this emerging sector.
The Oil and Gas Initiative is a two-part study that was conducted by the Canadian High Commission. It first seeks to raise awareness among the private and public sectors of the experiences of Atlantic Canada in developing an oil and gas sector, while the second part looks at raising awareness among the firms of Atlantic Canada of the potential that exists with the development of such a sector in Guyana. Mark Moore reporting for Capital News.